So I wanted to take a few moments to talk about our recovery efforts in light of the new news that Fresno has moved out of the purple zone, or the highest level, level 1, into level 2, the red zone, as it relates to our COVID response. Many of you may have seen Chancellor Parnell's message that went out yesterday, which we're very grateful, reminding people to stay the course, wear your masks, practice social distancing, and continue to use proper hygiene by washing your hands often. That's going to be important for all of our entire community. So I want to take a few moments to talk about how this is going to impact Fresno City College's safe return as well. Well, as Chancellor Parnell shared, we are staying the course, meaning we are primarily online for this fall and primarily holding virtual classes this spring. There will be a few possible activities that we may bring back, small activities, because we want to do so in a safe manner, because really your safety, the safety of our students, and the safety of our community is at stake. So over the past several weeks and months, the athletic trainers and the coaches have been working hard to come up with a plan to figure out how we can bring our student athletes back to condition. It's so important for them to maintain their physical conditioning if in fact we'll get the green light to return to athletics this spring. We don't know what athletics looks like this spring. I'm hopeful we'll find out. In fact, we should probably know in November what that outcome is. But we want our athletes to be in good condition if in fact we get the green light to continue. So, student athletes, if you've not already been to one of your team meetings, you will be this week. That means that you've probably already met with your coach and the athletic trainers, and you probably have even had a conversation with our athletic director. We are planning for a safe return for conditioning courses of our athletes. We're excited by it. We have to do it in small groups. We're all going to have the facial coverings, and there's a whole professional development protocols that the students and coaches and any staff associated with that will need to go through. I want to thank our athletic trainers and our athletic director, Derek. You all have done a wonderful job putting together a plan. I also like to thank Darren Kuzno at the district for working with the county for getting this plan approved by the county public health. I know it's one that will put our student athletes and our coaches' safety first. So I'm looking forward to their safe return starting, I believe, next week. But more information will be coming to you if you're a student athlete from your coach and the athletic director. The other possible activity that we are working on closely with public health and our district partners is the possible opening of our library for small groups of students using social distancing, practicing lots of disinfecting protocols, and using it as a reservation-only type activity. In the coming weeks, you'll hear more information about that activity possibly returning. For all the parents, that means all the faculty and students who may be parents, I urge you to take a look at the Fresno Bee. There's a great article about how we can return some of our K through 6 classes. And each school district is going to be a little bit different in their approach, and we support them on that. And also, it talks about the importance of maintaining our health indicators in this county. That means continue to wear facial coverings when you go out, continue to maintain social distancing, not to gather in large groups, and of course to use good hygiene at all times. The key for our K-12 schools is that the county must remain in 14 consecutive days of positive health, meaning no new increased new cases, and our testing responses have to be at a low level. But I want to share one more thing. All of this is dependent upon you, meaning we have to stay within these safety zones. We have to wear our masks, practice social distancing and good hygiene in order to keep our community healthy. As our community health continues to improve, we'll likely see us going into another phase, which will allow for greater reopening. So as our businesses open back up in our community, and possible K-6 classes will be opening up in our community in the next 2 weeks, I urge all of you to remember, stay safe and follow the protocols. And remember, we are virtually online for fall and spring. So with that, be safe and take care.